This is the Lexus RX 450h, a hybrid premium SUV from Japan. My name is Bernd, I'm from Germany and I want to be your Asia Auto Ambassador, and I hope that you will join me in this video review about the Japanese car. The RX is a global bestseller for Lexus. When you are watching from the US, for example, you might see this car on the street every other day. Here in Europe and especially in Germany, it's still a niche product for customers who like the individual style. The fourth generation of the RX came to market back in 2015, and in 2019 there was a moderate or minor facelift. The face still shows the typical Lexus design language with a large and kind of aggressive grille. And here we've got adaptive matrix LED headlights. They are part of the F-Sport called trim level here in Europe that brings some more dynamic exterior, sports seats and some more standard equipment to the RX. The body measures 4 meters and 89 centimeters in length, so it's a large SUV, at least here in Europe, not for you in the US. And competitors are, for example, the BMW X5, the Mercedes-Benz GLE and some of the Infiniti SUVs. Here we've got 20-inch wheels on our car, and now we will have a look into the boot. The tailgate opens electrically. The towing capacity, by the way, is 2 tons. That is quite okay for a hybrid car. Most of the other hybrids have a far lower towing capacity. The boot measures 539 liters, so it's an average size for that class of the full-size SUVs. And there's something that already shows the chic and the luxury approach Lexus has got. The rear seats or the backrests of the rear seats fold down electrically. This is quite nice, but the bad side is, or the other side, that it takes a while. So I talk and talk and talk, and now the seat is folded down and I can also bring it back to the upright position electrically. A manual backrest would be far quicker to handle. Let's close the tailgate and we start exploring the interior of the Lexus RX 450h. My height is 1 meter 92 centimeters. This is 6 feet 3 inches, by the way. I adjusted the driver's seat into my individual seating position and I fit behind my imaginary self in terms of leg room. However, the feet do not fit well underneath the seat. There's no tunnel here in the middle, that means 3 passengers could also sit comfortably. We've got seat heating for the outside seating positions and air vents, as well as 2 USB power outlet sockets. There's a storage compartment on the backrest of every front row seat, and in the door panel you see also leather material and a sunshade. A removable sunshade. I quite like this. There's an Isofix kid seat system accessible here, a large armrest with 2 cup holders, and surprisingly good headroom also for tall people like me, despite the fact that we've got more or less an SUV coupe body style, and the headrest also is high enough. So it's a nice interior here, enough space, luxury details such as the speakers of the sound system almost everywhere, and leather even at places where you just expect regular plastics. I'm ready for a long trip on this very comfortable sports seat. The sports seats here in the front row are part of the F-Sport trim level, and they come with black leather upholstery. They are heated and ventilated, as well as electrically adjustable, and so is the steering wheel as well. We've got cold outside temperatures, so the ICE engine is currently running to supply power to the battery of the hybrid system. All the energy system can be watched here, like a short movie in the instrument cluster, and with a button at the steering wheel I can change to sat-nav information, audio, driving assistance and other trip computer information and so on. In the middle there's the current speed and the information whether I save energy or I lose a lot of energy at the moment, and then we have also analog instruments there. The steering wheel itself's got multifunction buttons for the audio and audio volume and telephone and the voice recognition system. The adaptive cruise control, well, first you need to start the cruise control here, and then you can adjust the distance to the car in front of you, and also we have a button for the lane keeping assist. There's a large infotainment display here at the top of the center console, which is a touchscreen, so I can, for example, when I'm back in the menu, I can use it as a touchscreen. However, there's quite a distance from the driver to the display. I've got quite long arms, so I can touch it. The main human-machine interface in this Lexus car is, also in other Lexus cars, this touchpad here, where I can use my finger to maneuver a cursor on the screen. This works when the car is parked. However, while driving, this is very distracting from driving and paying attention to the traffic. Seat heating and seat ventilation buttons are here. The steering wheel is also heated, but there's an additional button on the left side of the steering wheel. And here we've got the climate controls and the audio controls, so all easily accessible, and there are no touch screens. Every function's got a button. And maybe if you're younger, you don't know that anymore, there's a CD drive, so you can put a CD or DVD in there also to listen to music. Yeah, that's it here from the interior of the RX. There's a head-up display depending on the trim level, showing its information directly on the windscreen, and I will not only use the head-up display now, but also the rest of the car to start my test drive. The hybrid system here in the Lexus RX combines the ICE engine, the 3.5 liter 6-cylinder with 262 horsepower, and two electric motors. There's one driving the front axle with 123 kilowatts and the other one driving the rear wheels with 50 kilowatts. And the system decides whether it takes both electric motors or the combustion engine, and that's all done by the software. There's no plug, so no chance to plug it in and to load electricity from an external source. This is a full hybrid, not a plug-in hybrid vehicle. 7.7 seconds is the acceleration from 0 to 100, and the top speed is limited to 200 kilometers per hour. This is enough, and not the thing for the RX. It's still a relaxed car for long journey travels without high speeds on the German Autobahn. The adaptive dampers do a good job when you're driving with 100 to 130 kilometers per hour. The car is really comfortable, and I would say it becomes really comfortable then, because when you're driving at lower speeds like we are doing now here between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour, it feels a bit stiff. We've got large 20-inch wheels here, but it feels like it wants to be dynamic and sportive, which is not the nature of the RX. Maybe that's only the fact with the F-Sport model. I would need to try another trim level as well to really judge that. Fuel consumption. The WLTP fuel consumption is 5.8 to 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers. I drove the car for 2 weeks now, and I drove it in an, efficient way, mostly in the eco mode. We've got an eco, a normal and a sport mode. And my fuel consumption is 9.4 liters per 100 kilometers. This is okay for a petrol-powered large SUV, but there are other hybrid vehicles, also other hybrid vehicles in the Lexus range that are more fuel efficient. The RX is not a brand new car anymore, and it shows its age a little bit. The adaptive dampers are doing a good job on the Autobahn, on the highway, but at lower speeds, at least the F-Sport model is a little bit too stiff. And I don't get the relaxed Lexus hybrid feeling with this car. I'm a big fan of the ES, the sedan or limousine with the 4-cylinder engine, and of course I'm a big fan of the LC and other Lexus models, but the RX is a little bit outdated already, especially when you consider the prices. Here in Germany the base price is a bit more than 61,000 euros, and this car here, the F-Sport with additional equipment such as the head-up display, metallic paint and so on, costs 85,000 euros. That is quite a lot of money, and there's no price advantage compared to its competitors. However, I still recommend the RX for people who want to drive an individual car, who don't want to drive a car the neighbor's got, or the colleague or a friend from your local golf club, for example. As mentioned, the RX is not a brand new car anymore, but maybe this video gave you some insights. Also, if you are out there on the market and looking for a used vehicle, a used car, and maybe the RX is car of your choice. Thank you very much for watching this video here at Asia Auto Ambassador. I very much look forward to your comments. I will read them all and reply to them, and I hope that you will subscribe to the channel, you watch further videos here on the channel, and if you don't mind, also search for and follow Asia Auto Ambassador on Instagram. See you next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.